Welcome to Buddhist Wisdom Daily, where we explore profound teachings from Buddhism to enhance our lives and create harmony in every moment. Today we are diving into an important aspect of life that you might not have considered: the energy in your living space. Have you ever felt like, despite your best efforts, you just can't seem to achieve what you want? Have you ever wondered why, despite having enough financial resources, money just slips away without explanation? Or perhaps you find yourself feeling tired, stressed, and unsure of why? This could be directly linked to a common mistake in home design that many people overlook: having your bathroom directly across from the front door. In today's video, we'll explore why a simple imbalance in your living space could have such a profound effect on your finances, health, and emotional well-being. We'll also share stories of people who changed their lives just by making a few small adjustments in their homes. And remember, you too can begin to change your destiny starting right now. Imagine for a moment entering your home after a long, tiring day, seeking solace in the familiar comfort of your space. But as you open the door, your gaze is immediately drawn to the bathroom across from it. This is the first thing you see: the place of outflow, of waste and moisture, staring you down as you enter your sanctuary. It may seem like just another layout mistake, but in the philosophy of Feng Shui, this is a serious imbalance of energies. Feng Shui, an ancient practice rooted in understanding the flow of life energy, or qi, suggests that every space carries its own energetic signature, and its arrangement within a home affects the well-being of its inhabitants. The front door, often called the mouth of the house, is the primary entry point for yang energy, the vital force that brings abundance, prosperity, opportunity, and vitality into the home. This is the energy that invigorates, inspires, and supports everything that grows and flourishes within the space. However, when the bathroom, an inherently yin space, is placed directly opposite the front door, a profound clash between two opposing forces occurs. The bathroom, as the space where energy is released, flushed away, and where negative elements such as waste and moisture accumulate, is aligned with yin energy. This represents the passive, cooling, and draining force that counteracts the dynamic, life-giving yang energy. This imbalance creates more than just a physical discomfort. It interferes with the natural flow of life itself. Just as a river that starts out strong may be diverted by an obstacle, causing its waters to stagnate, so too does the chai that enters through the front door get pulled toward the bathroom, quickly draining out without circulating properly through the rest of the house. This disruption isn't immediate or overt, but over time, it accumulates, subtly eroding the flow of prosperity and peace in the home. In Buddhist teachings, there is an understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. The natural flow of life energy is akin to the harmony of body, speech, and mind. If one is out of sync, the entire system suffers. The same principle applies here. When the energetic flow of a home is disturbed, it doesn't just affect the space, it directly impacts the emotional and spiritual well-being of the people living within it. The clash between yin and yang energies represents not just a clash between physical elements, but also an imbalance between the energetic forces of abundance and release. It leaves the inhabitants stuck in a state of imbalance, unable to receive the full benefits of the energy they've worked so hard to attract. Much like a disturbed mind, which cannot find peace and clarity when thoughts and emotions are scattered, a disturbed home cannot hold its energy long enough to nurture its inhabitants. Energy needs space to flow, to settle, and to expand. If there is no flow, there is no vitality, and nothing thrives. Not wealth, not health, and not relationships. The Buddha often taught that to experience peace, one must first cultivate peace within. A cluttered mind cannot see clearly, and a cluttered space will never be fully harmonious. So when the energy of a home is not aligned, The home becomes a metaphor for a mind that is constantly churning, unsettled, and unable to find rest. The peaceful, harmonious energy that should fill your space is instead constantly being sucked away, just as a restless mind is filled with constant distractions, never able to focus on what truly matters. Now that we've established the problem, how the bathroom facing the front door creates a disruption in the flow of energy, it's essential to understand the far-reaching effects of this imbalance. The impact of poor feng shui is not immediately visible. It doesn't hit you in a dramatic, catastrophic way, but rather in quiet, persistent, and often overlooked ways that chip away at your overall quality of life. This is where qi becomes more than just an abstract concept. It transforms into a tangible force that can be felt in your everyday experiences. The effects of poor feng shui manifest in a subtle yet insidious way. Wealth may come into your life, but it never stays. You may find yourself getting caught in a cycle of earning money, only for it to slip away through small, seemingly inconsequential expenses, unexpected repairs, sudden medical bills, or even the impulse to spend on things you don't need. Just like a leaky bucket that never quite fills, no matter how hard you try to save, the wealth you accumulate is slowly drained. You may think these are just normal financial fluctuations, but in the context of feng shui, they are a direct reflection of the imbalance in your home's energy. This constant drain is not always noticeable right away, but it begins to wear you down. Much like the Buddha's teachings on impermanence, how nothing is static, everything is in flux. Your wealth and opportunities begin to flow in and out of your life without ever staying long enough to settle. You work hard, you plan, you invest, but somehow nothing sticks. The more you try, the more elusive your goals seem. This is the invisible force at work in your home. The flow of qi is disrupted, and with it, the opportunities that should be coming your way are diverted. The Buddha's teachings on suffering, dukkha, remind us that we are always caught in cycles of craving and dissatisfaction. When our desires, whether for money, success, or peace, are not fulfilled, we experience suffering. This suffering often manifests in the form of frustration, disillusionment, and a sense of being stuck. The imbalance in your home's energy mirrors these teachings. The energy you invite into your home is supposed to nurture and support you, but instead it withdraws, leaving you with a persistent feeling of dissatisfaction and disconnection. In the same way, physical health can be impacted. When the energy in your home isn't flowing correctly, it can manifest in physical symptoms, chronic fatigue, unexplained headaches, irritability, and sleep problems. These issues are not necessarily caused by external factors like stress or poor lifestyle choices. Rather, they are the result of an environment that is draining your vitality. The negative energy in your home makes it harder to rest and recharge, just as a disturbed mind prevents clarity and peace. The Buddha often spoke of the importance of mindfulness in understanding the true nature of our suffering. This mindfulness extends beyond the mind and into our surroundings. When we cultivate awareness of our environment and our interactions with it, we begin to see how deeply connected we are to the spaces we inhabit. Just as the mind requires nurturing and balance, so too does the home. The physical and emotional bodies are intertwined, and disruptions in one area inevitably affect the other. It's not just wealth and health that suffer from poor feng shui. Relationships, too, begin to feel the impact. When energy is blocked or pulled away, it creates an environment where misunderstandings and tension thrive. The tension that begins as small, unspoken frustrations grows over time until the relationships within the home become strained and disconnected. The home, once a place of refuge and support, now becomes a battleground for unseen forces that are constantly at odds. In Buddhist philosophy, harmony is key. The Buddha's teachings on interconnectedness show us that everything is deeply connected. The energy in your home is no different. When the energy is harmonious, relationships flourish, health thrives, and wealth is able to flow freely. But when the energy is disrupted, it creates a ripple effect that impacts every aspect of life, from your personal well-being to your interactions with others. By cultivating mindfulness and understanding the subtle impact of our environment, we can begin to realign our lives. Just as we are encouraged to clear our minds through meditation, we can also clear our space through mindful adjustments that allow positive energy to flow freely. These changes are not just about moving objects or redecorating. They are about rebalancing the energy in our lives. And when we do so, we create a space where harmony, health, wealth, and love can thrive. Just as the Buddha taught that peace is possible when we align ourselves with the natural flow of life. Let's take a journey into the lives of people just like you. People who, despite working hard and striving for success, found themselves facing persistent struggles. What's the hidden thread tying these struggles together? It's a fascinating concept from Feng Shui that many overlook, the power of energy in our homes. These real-life stories show how the smallest imbalance can slowly erode our peace, prosperity, and well-being. Take Linda, for example. A dedicated single mother, Linda poured every ounce of energy into her career and raising her children. Yet despite her hard work, something always seemed to hold her back. Financial strain was a constant companion. It wasn't large, sudden expenses. No, it was the smaller, more insidious drains on her money. A broken car, a leaky roof, unexpected bills. Linda found herself earning money only to watch it slip away month after month, and she could never figure out why. It wasn't until a close friend, who had been studying Feng Shui, pointed out the potential source of Linda's financial frustrations. Her bathroom was directly across from her front door. At first, Linda thought it sounded like superstition, but as she began to learn more, the puzzle pieces began to fall into place. Feng Shui teaches that the front door is the mouth of the home, the entrance of yang energy, which brings vitality, wealth, and opportunity. The bathroom, on the other hand, is filled with yin energy, associated with draining, releasing, and flushing things away. Linda decided to make a change. She placed a decorative screen between the front door and the bathroom, a simple yet profound shift. She also began to ensure that the bathroom was kept spotless and dry, something she had neglected in the past. Within a few weeks, Linda noticed a subtle shift. Her finances felt less strained and opportunities began to flow in more easily. It wasn't an overnight transformation, but something had undeniably changed. Linda had realigned her home's energy, and in doing so, she aligned her own life as well. Now let's turn to Mark and Julia. They were a couple who had it all: great careers, a lovely home, and a beautiful family. But despite their seemingly perfect life, Mark and Julia felt drained. They were physically exhausted, mentally foggy, and emotionally worn down. Mark suffered from frequent migraines, and Julia couldn't seem to shake the constant feeling of fatigue. They visited countless doctors, but no diagnosis seemed to fit. They lived healthy lives, but the exhaustion lingered, and they couldn't figure out why. After a conversation with a friend who was familiar with Feng Shui, they realized that their bathroom, just like Linda's, faced the front door. This alignment, Mark and Julia learned, could be draining their chai, the vital energy that sustains health and well-being. They made the decision to place a plant in the hallway between the bathroom and the front door. They also started paying more attention to the cleanliness and ventilation of the bathroom. The changes weren't drastic, but the results were noticeable. Mark's migraines lessened, Julia's energy returned, and both began sleeping better. They weren't just restoring their physical health. They were realigning the energy in their home. These stories serve as powerful reminders that seemingly minor mistakes in Feng Shui, mistakes we might not even notice, can have a lasting impact on our lives. Just as the Buddha taught about the interconnectedness of all things, Feng Shui reminds us that our environment profoundly influences our thoughts, emotions, and actions. A home out of balance can lead to financial struggles, health issues, and emotional distress. The key is to recognize these hidden forces and adjust them before they start to affect our peace of mind. In both Linda's and Mark and Julia's cases, The simple act of realigning their home's energy helped to restore balance, improving their lives in ways they couldn't have predicted. The message here is clear. Your home is more than just a place to live. It is a reflection of your mind, your heart, and your soul. If your home's energy is misaligned, it's time to make small but meaningful changes to restore balance, and in turn, restore your life. Now that we understand how an imbalance in your home's energy can slowly affect your life, it's time to explore the most important part of this discussion, the solutions. Don't worry, restoring harmony to your home doesn't require a major renovation or huge financial investment. In fact, the simplest changes can create profound shifts in the flow of energy, restoring balance and peace to both your home and your life. The first and most crucial step is to address the placement of the bathroom relative to the front door. Feng Shui teaches that the front door is the mouth of the home, the entry point for yang energy. When this flow is immediately disrupted by the yin energy of the bathroom, it can cause a slow, persistent drain of vitality, prosperity, and opportunity. One of the easiest solutions is to introduce a physical and energetic buffer between the bathroom and the front door. Consider placing a light partition or decorative screen between the two spaces. This simple step redirects the energy, preventing it from rushing into the bathroom and being drained. The chai can then circulate freely throughout the rest of the home, bringing positive energy to every room. Another powerful solution is to bring nature into the mix. Plants are some of the best tools for balancing feng shui energy. Live plants, such as the snake plant or the palm, are particularly effective because they carry yang energy, helping to neutralize the yin energy of the bathroom. Not only do they improve the energy flow, but they also purify the air, creating a healthier and more vibrant environment. By placing a plant near the bathroom door or between the front door and the bathroom, you can create a natural barrier that absorbs the negative energy and redirects it. Lighting also plays a crucial role in restoring balance. In spaces near the bathroom, especially if it's close to the front door, it's important to have bright, warm lighting. Yang energy thrives in well-lit spaces, and using warm yellow or natural light can help to overpower the heavy, draining energy of the bathroom. If your bathroom is dark, the energy will remain stagnant. Adding a floor lamp, opening a window, or installing better lighting can make all the difference in restoring the flow of chai. Another simple but effective solution is to ensure that your bathroom remains clean and dry. A bathroom that is cluttered, damp, or filled with unpleasant odors will naturally attract negative energy. A clean, well-maintained bathroom is essential for maintaining positive chai. By paying attention to these small details, you can significantly improve the energy in your home. Finally, if you can't change the layout of the bathroom, consider symbolic remedies. Crystals like black tourmaline or obsidian are believed to absorb negative energy, while a small jar of activated charcoal can act as an air purifier, removing toxins and negativity from the air. These items don't need to be large or noticeable, just strategically placed near the bathroom door. They will absorb excess yin energy and restore balance to the space. The beauty of these solutions is their simplicity. They don't require major changes or financial investments, yet they can create a dramatic shift in your home's energy. By making small, intentional changes to your space, you can restore balance, not only in your environment, but also in your emotional and mental state. These adjustments are not just about arranging furniture or buying new items. They're about cultivating an environment that supports your health, wealth, and happiness. Just as the Buddha taught that small acts of mindfulness can lead to great transformations, the simple acts of realigning your space can have a profound impact on your life. When your home supports your energy flow, you will find that everything else, your finances, your health, your relationships, become smoother, more abundant, and more harmonious. To truly understand the power of Feng Shui, we must look beyond the surface and explore the deep philosophical roots that anchor it. The art of Feng Shui is not just about arranging furniture or placing objects in specific locations. At its core, Feng Shui is a philosophy, a way of understanding the energy that flows through our environments and how it interacts with our lives. When we align our surroundings with this energy, we unlock the potential for balance, harmony, and prosperity. But to understand how this works, we must also delve into the teachings of Buddhism, which shares much in common with Feng Shui in its focus on balance and interconnectedness. Buddhist teachings emphasize the concept of interdependence, the idea that all things are connected and mutually reliant on one another. This idea is known as pratyasamutpada, or dependent origination. In simple terms, it teaches that nothing exists in isolation. Every action, every thought, every object is part of a greater web of connections. Our homes, as the physical manifestations of our environment, are no different. Just as the mind is shaped by external conditions, so too are our lives shaped by the spaces we inhabit. Think about the act of meditation, a practice central to Buddhism. When we meditate, we are not just stilling the mind, we are aligning ourselves with the present moment, allowing our energy to flow freely without resistance. This is a form of mindfulness, of being fully present with the world around us. In the same way, our living space is an extension of our inner state. A cluttered or chaotic home can mirror a cluttered mind, filled with distractions, stress, and dissonance. A balanced, harmonious environment, on the other hand, supports a calm, peaceful mind, helping us stay focused and grounded. The Feng Shui principle of balance, then, is not simply about the physical arrangement of objects. It is about aligning our environment with the natural flow of energy. Just as the Buddha taught that suffering arises from attachment and imbalance, Feng Shui teaches us that the disharmony in our environment can create a sense of disconnection and unease. This disconnection prevents us from achieving our highest potential, whether in terms of health, relationships, or prosperity. Take, for instance, the concept of qi, pronounced chi, the life force energy that flows through everything in the universe. In Buddhism, qi is akin to the prana, the vital life force that sustains all beings. Just as we seek to nurture our mind and body through mindfulness and meditation, we must also nurture the energy in our homes. Feng Shui teaches that by paying attention to how energy flows in our space, we can create an environment that supports our goals, well-being, and spiritual growth. The Buddha spoke about the importance of cultivating a harmonious state of mind. In the same way, Feng Shui emphasizes the need for harmony within the home. An environment that is aligned with natural energy flows promotes peace and stability, while an environment that is out of balance can lead to physical discomfort, emotional unrest, and even financial instability. The interconnectedness of all things means that when we create harmony in our physical surroundings, we are also cultivating harmony within ourselves. This is why Feng Shui isn't just about fixing problems in your life. It's about understanding that your home is an extension of your mind, your body, and your spirit. By taking small, intentional steps to create a harmonious environment, you are also taking steps toward greater peace, clarity, and fulfillment. Now that we've explored the deep philosophy behind Feng Shui, it's time to shift our focus to practical applications. How can you, as an individual, apply these principles to your own life to restore balance, enhance prosperity, and improve your well-being? It's easier than you might think. The first step is to reflect on your home and its current energy flow. Walk through your front door and pay attention to how the space makes you feel. Do you feel welcomed? Is the energy in your home calm and inviting, or does it feel chaotic and draining? One of the most powerful tools in Feng Shui is simply awareness. By becoming more attuned to the energy of your space, you can begin to identify areas where adjustments need to be made. A common Feng Shui mistake is allowing the energy of a space to become stagnant or blocked. For example, if you find that your front door is obstructed by furniture or clutter, Or if you notice that energy feels stagnant in certain rooms, it's time to make a change. Start by clearing away any physical clutter. This is not just about tidying up. It's about removing the physical and energetic blocks that prevent qi from flowing freely. Next, take a look at the placement of important elements in your home. The kitchen, the living room, the bedroom. These are all key areas that should be carefully considered. Are they arranged to allow the natural flow of energy, or are they disrupting the flow? For example, ensure that your bed is not placed directly under a window or facing the door. In Feng Shui, this can create an imbalance that interferes with restful sleep and personal stability. Another important area to focus on is lighting. Yang energy thrives in well-lit spaces, so ensure that your home is bathed in warm, natural light. If certain rooms feel dark or cold, consider adding additional lighting, such as lamps or candles, to bring in more light and energy. Remember, light is not just a physical necessity, it is also an energetic one. Just as the Buddha taught that clarity of mind brings peace, clarity in our environment brings a sense of calm and stability. And don't forget about the power of plants. As we mentioned earlier, plants are incredibly effective at balancing Feng Shui energy. They help purify the air, absorb negative energy, and introduce vibrant yang energy into the space. If you're new to Feng Shui, start small, perhaps with a single plant placed near the entrance to your home or in the corner of your living room. Once you begin to make these small adjustments, you'll start to notice a shift, not just in the energy of your home, but in your life as well. You may feel more energized, more peaceful, and more focused. Financial opportunities may start to flow in more easily, and your relationships may improve. By realigning your home's energy with your intentions, you are also aligning your own energy with the flow of abundance and well-being. In Buddhism, the path to enlightenment is one of small, incremental steps. Similarly, in Feng Shui, the path to a balanced and harmonious life is not about making dramatic, sweeping changes. It's about making small, mindful adjustments that help restore equilibrium. The energy in your home is a reflection of your inner state. When your environment is balanced, your life begins to flow more smoothly, and you align yourself with the natural rhythm of the universe. So take a moment to reflect. How does your home feel? Are there areas where the energy feels blocked or out of balance? Start with small changes and notice the shifts in your own energy as well. As the Buddha taught, small steps lead to great results. By paying attention to the energy of your environment, you are taking a powerful step toward creating a life that is filled with peace, harmony, and prosperity. The changes you make in your home will not only transform the space around you, they will transform you. You will feel lighter, more connected, and more aligned with the life you are meant to live. Take these principles of Feng Shui to heart and begin your journey toward greater balance and well-being today. Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand how the energy in our living spaces impacts our lives. As we've learned, small details in your home environment can make a huge difference in your health, finances, and overall happiness. By adjusting how your space is arranged and being mindful of the energy flow, you can invite a life filled with balance and prosperity. If you found this video helpful and want to continue exploring Buddhist teachings to improve your life, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any future videos filled with valuable insights. Share this video with anyone you think might benefit from this knowledge, and feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. We love connecting and sharing with you. Wishing you a day filled with positive energy, and remember, every small change in your life can lead to massive transformations. See you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring the mysteries of Feng Shui, Buddhism, and the timeless wisdom for a peaceful life.